We gather here at Sri Siddheshwar Women's College of Engineering to explore how we can bridge the gap between a simple idea and a successful startup. We are deeply honored to have with us a visionary in the field of technical education. Please join me in welcoming our distinguished resource person, Dr. P.J. Kulkarni. We also welcome our respected principal and president of the IIC, Dr. T.A. Chavan, vice president of IIC, Dr. A.S. Patil, and our IIC convener and HOD of EC, Dr. Madhavi Patil, and all the head of departments, teaching and non-teaching staff, and IIC club students. I officially start this session on fostering innovation through incubation and accelerator programs. It is a true honor to welcome our resource person, Dr. P.J. Kulkarni, a title in the field of technical education with over 40 years of experience. He has served in top leadership roles, including principal and deputy director at College of Engineering. Dr. P.J. Kulkarni earned his Bachelor's of COMP and PhD in Electronics Engineering from College of Engineering, Sangli. He also holds a diploma and a master's by research in electronics from College of Engineering. A dedicated mentor, he has guided 50 PhD scholars and over 100 MTech students in fields like artificial intelligence and computer vision. His excellence has been recognized with the Best Teacher Award from the Government of Maharashtra and the Walchand Gaurav, a Lifetime Achievement Award. Internationally, he has represented Indian academic through research presentation in the USA, Singapore, Hong Kong, and China. Beyond the classroom, he has served an expert for the NBA and AICTE for over 2 decades. Today, he joins us as an AICTE selected distinguished professional to share his vast expertise. Sir, your presence is of inspiration to the faculty and students of our institution. I now request our principal Dr. T.A. Chavan to formally welcome Dr. P.J. Kulkarni with a token of our gratitude. Thank you, sir. Without a further delay, I request Dr. P.J. Kulkarni to take the lead and share his expertise on transforming ideas into successful startups. Sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you.
डेस्कटॉप टाकू फुल टाकू डेस्कटॉप इथे टाकू टाकू का डेस्कटॉप ना
In fact, for the last 4 months, this is my third term to your college. I am really delighted to be a frequent visitor to your college. I like the environment, I like interacting with you, and really it is a delighted moment. All the time whenever I come and go back, I get many good things to learn from you. You are more smarter than me. Great part of it. Today, our basic purpose is to make you go for a kind of those things with possibly other colleges, with possibly other colleagues in other colleges might not be basically focusing at. We all know that today our basic aim is to get after graduation a good job. Good in the sense I need to get a good company, I need to get a good salary, and good part is that it must be sustaining for a longer period. So these are all the good definitions that I attach to this kind of the opportunity. And I believe that most of you are really dreaming for that. Am I correct? Good job, good salary, good sustainability. And if it is not there, then what to do? Not that for you, somebody will come and invite you, or come and join my company. No one will say it to her like this. And here, we all understand that the market situation for this newcomer is not so becoming brightful as it was earlier. Maybe it's an AI technology, maybe it's a when we say that public-private partnership coming into it. Maybe there are the reasons where you will find that the jobs are displaced from India to some other. Mostly you must be knowing for you people in CSE, IT and other branches, whether we are more in product development or we are more in service. We are more in the services. India is globally recognized for providing the excellent services in this computer IT related. We had done a good work for the last more than 3 to 4 decades. We will be doing it, but there could be some limitations. And I know the but is to be looked at as a challenge. But is not a hurdle. There are many things where I use the word but is to be looked up only for accepting the challenge. And I believe at your age, accepting these challenges and with the kind of the support that government, with the kind of the support that many other funding agencies in front of you are coming and helping you, you must not hesitate to get there. Only thing is that where to look for, how to go forward, and how to see that you get what you wanted, sometimes becomes not known to you because of not having a good mentoring. So my role today is to provide you a kind of a mentoring to make you get out of the barrier and make you go forward in such a way that possibly by the time you get a graduation sheet or by the time you get 1 year after your graduation sheet, you will jump like something which you might not have dreamed of. So to that extent, I would like to really take it today. I have conducted many such workshops earlier. Today I wanted to take it for a kind of that depth. I do not know how long I could continue with this because I was instructed to engage you up to around 4:20 p.m. today. I'll try to see that I cover everything into it. But if it is not so, I'll bring to you all those material. In fact, it's not only to be what is the material, it is all well selected to tune it to your requirement. So such a thing is already been uploaded there in the desktop. And I requested the coordinators, the principal, and all of the members who are related with this activity to freely deliver it to you. Not only that, as and when you find that in order to get something more into what I provided to you, I will be open to you anytime to give you more details into it. I want one of you, why one of you, many of you, to work as a coordinator to bring this activity become a flourishing activity. What is their coordinatorship responsibility here? That as you are working up over here as a student, with the mentor from the faculty, with the mentoring from the principal, with the mentoring from the coordinator, you will look after only for the kind of those opportunities where you can jump in. Opportunities will be made available to you by somebody. Not that these opportunities are all so open. You have to go and dig it. So where to go and dig it, whether it is really so important for you to dig at this time or at a later time, and if it is so, how to take it forward. All those things, I think for that matter, I want someone of you to come forward to work as a student coordinator and continue search, because the searching today is very simple. Very simple. In fact, you need not go for searching on the internet or what I say, the Explorer or other search engines. You can straightway go to the AI technology. Make use of Copilot. Make use of whichever AI technology you are happy with and ask what do I do under this situation. And fortunately, all what you get to this AI technology platform is really very conducive. It's really satisfied what is that there in your mind. But again, when I say but, the challenge is like this. Not that everything that you get from this is 100% correct. There needs some kind of validation. So that it needs some kind of preaching into it, so to see that what is getting said is whether accepted as it is or it needs to be polished further. And to that extent, the first task for you people as a coordinator who would be taking up this task is to come forward and look forward for where are these opportunities. I am saying it like this, that instead go after seeking a job, you go after to provide jobs. So instead of a job seeker, you will be job provider. But is it possible at this age you become a job provider? It was considered earlier difficult, but today it is not difficult. Today, even also, while you are graduating, you can have your own startup. Great part, no? We never thought that a student before getting a graduation could get a startup, but today it is possible. And when I say it is possible, not that you work alone, along with you, to make you go forward effectively, a pool of mentors will come to you, and that to free of cost because that's a government scheme. And you would like to really make a good use of that scheme to get a push to go you forward. Are you are with me? Great part. I'm not saying that you need not be after getting a job. Continue getting a job. But after getting a job, when you find that, oh, my ambition is not only to work as an employee, I need to work as an employer. Somebody gets gets striking imagination to you. But for that matter, whatever you work today becomes helpful to you, 100%. And please understand that your 4 years of graduation are so important, so important. Possibly while you are graduating, you do not understand its importance. But the moment you get a graduation trip and the moment you break the four walls of this institute and go out, you understand that whatever each and every bit of knowledge that you got here, all those associations that you have with this college, I think they come to you to help you go forward like anything. Today, we did not look to it for the reason that we are more tied up with the curriculum, we are more tied up with getting more the academic credits, and we are more tied up with making submissions. We are only on that, no? Assignment, submission, examination, all those things are only things for which we work day and night. Beyond that, there are many good things, but I am not doing because I don't find time. Of course, we are the only time manager. And when I say that I am not finding a time, it becomes my own difficulty of not getting enough time. We have enough time, but we do not understand what that enough is. Enough is subjective. Enough is definitely subjective. What is enough for me is not enough for you. So my preamble here is all saying about all those things that I would like to encourage among you someone to come forward as an entrepreneur. Not only employee, but as an employer. Not only employer, but as a researcher. Not only a researcher, but to become something where, in line with the initiatives taken up by the government of India, you will have some credits with you. So to that extent, I have to really make you to understand the theme of this next 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever, and we'll take it appropriately in that direction. In this remember, okay, without feedback, if I go, it becomes boring to you. You do not know where that I am going to lead you. But I made it very clear. Where that I am going to lead you, where now I will start is all made clear. Okay, so now we go for getting more of it detail. This is not the information, please understand. I am not giving the information, I am giving you something which is experienced by me. I am giving you something which is trustworthy. I am giving you something which is all worked out at some other places and got some sizable benefits. And I would like to really see to it that such a thing could be replicated at this institute. And with that intention only, I thought that let me come forward and bring it to you this important topic. I just spoke to the coordinator madam and said that will that topic be okay? She's modified the topic. And they said, sir, please make this correction. I like the way that she modified it. This is the way where I find that a coordinator is in line with the students like you. Great partner. Not that the coordinator is imposing on you her ideas. She is going with your ideas. Great. I think it deserves a great congratulations to the coordinator. Great. So I then took a different view on whatever I took in my earlier workshops. So I modified this. And what I am doing over there is an updated version of that. Earlier I used to take enough of number of days, couple of hours in each of the days to bring this ignited. But today, because of some limitations, I try to see that the important extract part of it is put in front of you. However, I say that I will be available to you otherwise also later on. Okay? I would like to see as an upcoming college and that is women's college, there are many good things that are favoring you. We must get it and we must shine. We must shine to the extent where all among other colleges which are co-ed colleges, you stand better. Am I correct? And you need to stand. And we take up this accordingly. But my focus is not on making you to get position of employee, but to get a position to you as an employer. Okay? Okay? Hope the introductory part is encouraging to you. Am I so? Yes. Very good. So as I stated, this job seekers to job provider is the theme, but this is dangerous. This is highly daring at this age. How do I really break that kind of fear among all of us? Is the only thing that we have to look at. But the thing is like this. And I believe you being so smart, something which is called as the innovation, something called as the product development, something called as doing something differently is all lingering among you. I hope. And you are not really what I could say all into this. I see all those who are so young, smart students, they have with them the smart ideas. And you are not exception to it is my belief. So when I look to it from that point of view, we are more interested to bring you this partnership. So that preamble part, when I stated that we are moving from the today's era to become tomorrow a great entrepreneur, we do not know what the path is, what the challenge is, and what is the fearful aspects into it. But for each of these, since the government is providing, since the initiative at the national level is providing great support, we are here to extract as far as possible our understanding, as far as possible our skill set at the today's age are concerned. So I am not looking far ahead. I am looking only for something which is at this moment they are yet to get graduated. Am I correct now? I am yet to get a graduate field. Hope you are all in third year, fourth year. Next, first, second, third, fourth. Great part. Great part. We mean that for a student with a fourth year, she will have little time to get this implemented. If I come to the first year will have next 3 years of time to get it implemented. Great part. And the better part is like this, that over the next year, while you are working for your graduate shift, you get this you get this ancillary as a credit to you. This is not reflected anywhere in your grade card, but is credited to you for your lifelong sustainability. Okay? Go ahead, go ahead. I believe, as I stated, the way you look to carry out the project is something innovative. I introduced here the concept of micro project. In fact, this is not a new one. You are yet to go into the level of what is called the autonomous institute. But sooner or later, you will be getting that status of this college is recognized as an autonomous status. And in each of that status, for the laboratory courses you have, I believe that you will have a component of what is called as after an experiment, n plus one experiment is a kind of a project. It is not there presently, I believe. If it is there, good part of it. But I believe that micro project is like this. In fact, each of the experiment is a project. Each of the experiment is a project. Well-defined project. So if I take all those projects, these are all micro projects. So at the end of this, if I carry out 10 such experiments as per the assignment, I add to that 11 experiment, n plus 1 experiment, which is a mini project. Which will take into account all those 10 experiments together, and I will make use of whatever I learned all through those 10 experiments to create an application for the real life problem. Are you getting me? Some of those things, if you simply listen to me, might not be entering here. That listening becomes hearing to you. Hearing is, it comes here, it goes out. Nothing goes inside, no? So to make it not hearing but listening, something needs to be noted. So all those PPTs, though will be provided to you, as per your understanding, if you keep a note, which becomes your own dictation, it becomes your own credit. So wherever possible, try to make those and keep those recordings with you. I believe that you can also record this. Can you make this? Good. So keep
Yes, record.
continue. Yeah. Which means that if my student is not in a position to make online dictations of it, this recording will help them to make this better
It is
tomorrow.
online YouTube.
Friends, there is one more input from my interview. Do not simply quietly listen to me. Do not simply quietly listen to me. If you have something to input to me, if you have something to ask, clarify for your difficulty, interact with anytime. I must be useful to you is another question. Hope all of you are here. Hope all of you are now making your intellect to be appropriately used to make this event. Before you see the actual movie, there is a trailer. Right now, before you see the actual movie, there is a trailer. And that trailer gives you something which you could at least see in the movie or beyond that. But trailer must be attractive so that only you come to the movie part of it. So if not the entire part as a movie going to put in front of it, the trailer part is definitely here and I believe attractive. You should not with that attraction. So I made it very clear that our micro projects are basically the experiments. Mini project is combining all those experiments into one, which is making use of all those experiments to solve a real life problem. It's a mini project, but related to only that course, only to that subject. Then I say about the project. Make a note that a project is not that, it is continued over a time. A project is only a short duration project. It's only a short duration project. Moment the aim, moment the time of completing the project is over, the theme of that project is also over. You may continue taking the project in a modified form later on. But project is usually time limited and the theme related. It is time related and the theme related. So all projects are like this. But we have one more, and that's called the capstone project. And the capstone project is the one where it doesn't come only for that final year project. It might start while you are in the first year. Many of those who are in the first year, they can start from the capstone project. What the capstone project is for? First phase of that capstone project is only identifying what are the problems. No one gives you a problem statement. Problem formulation is to be identified by each one of you on your own. Experiment, problem statement given. On project, possibly theme would be given, but no formulations. So I believe that when I say that you people at your first year will start thinking for making that capstone project at the end of the fourth year, would start in the first year by making formulation of the project. It could be vague, and then you do not know how to implement it. So the best part into it of that capstone is that you look to this particular problem to solve by using a technique which we call the PBL. And what that PBL is a problem-based learning. We are not going to project-based learning. So beginning is a problem-based learning. Beginning is a problem-based learning. You do not know about much of that problem, but you see whether there is anything which I could solve with your technical skills. So if it is there, you will not go away from it, you will go deep into it. And try to understand what way you can do it. But you do not know how to implement it. You do not have any technology with you. You are not so expert into it today. So you simply look forward for a brainstorming at your level. Or you might have a brainstorming with your colleagues. Please understand that the project work need not be individual. Project work must be a team. Project work needs to be a team. Individual can also do it, but for that matter, that individual has to have that kind of potential, expertise, knowledge, everything of it. Today, we are just beginning, so I recommend that your project will start with creating a team. This team did not create a team from the core. I mean that you are in computer science, go and ask somebody from the civil engineering, go and ask somebody from the mechanical engineering to come and associate with you. Now, this is where you are looking for solving a problem which needs multidisciplinary expertise. So you are in computer, your expertise. She is in civil, her expertise. Somebody is mechanical, her expertise. All those taken together will be looking for solving a real life problem. Real life problem is never said that it is a problem related only to computer science. Real life problem never said that this problem is related to only civil. There are no such labeling of those problems. It is for you to look how to take it for solving it. Am I clear? So that's the reason I said it must be multidisciplinary. The first part in the problem base is only brainstorming more on the theoretical aspects. More on the theoretical. We are not looking for the practical aspects of it. And then what do we do? Oh, today we are really very smart. And that reason I say that if such a thing is noticed, ask co-pilot, ask some these agents, perplexity and all those, and tell me, how do I solve these problems? Oh, perplexity naturally will take you to higher and say that, oh, use this software, use it. We are not aware of those software also. Am I right? But understanding those buzzwords and going deep into it is a beginning. This is where I say that a problem-based learning will make you go deep only for understanding something which is not practical but theoretical. Are you getting me? So the first part is focus more on that problem-based learning, and you start doing this in the first year only. First year only, which doesn't need much of the technical skills. I am not looking for implementation. Implementation needs skills. You do not have much of the skills. Am I correct? So you are only looking at it from the point of view of taking it to a level where tomorrow, day after tomorrow, maybe at the third year, you will be implementing it. So I need to say that the capstone project is basically a kind of that project which can be taken for its extension, or it can be started not only and completed not in the final year. It gets started from the first year, second year, third year, and finally a great tuning up for that will come in the final year for its submission. This is my capstone project. Then we look for the research. My project, as I stated, is going to have its expiry period, is going to have its period which is limited. But for my research, there is no such period. Research. So research taken multiple classes of search. And that's the reason that this can undergo multiple phases, multiple times, and so on and so forth. Okay, so are you looking for a reset? Might be that capstone project with the changing time we need rethinking or will ask you to get it modified with adapting to the newer path that becomes a research. So research, to my knowledge, is the second pass of search. Research is the second pass of search or the nth pass of search. Third pass, fourth pass, fifth pass of the search. Which means that the search has already been taken up in the past. So that job has already been done. You are researching it with something in your mind. Something in your mind. That's the concept. Okay, so we now come to innovation. Not that whatever you do will be accepted by your, I mean, percentage society partners. You are a solution provider, am I correct? Have you seen any of the solution which is called the perfect solution? There are no solutions in the world which is called the perfect solution. All the solutions for a given time, for a given context are acceptable solutions. They are not perfect solutions. So we are not going to work on a perfect solution. We are going to provide acceptable solution. Acceptability you define, or you ask who is going to use this for whether this is acceptable to him. So these are where you make a beginning. Nothing that you take up all rocket science to come to you at the beginning only. I'm giving you some of those examples where you really get that these kind of things I can also do. And definitely, I believe that moment you can think that I can do, definitely you will do. You must get ignited that I can do. Are you with me? Idea that I can do must be instigated. If you can think that way, definitely you will do. You will do not for making it perfect. I am not asking you to make it perfect. I am making you to make it acceptable. And to that extent, you are definitely smart and you will 100% do it with my ambition and my confidence. So when I look for this innovation, it is not for making that product to come in the real sense. Innovation, more of that copyright, more of that intellectual work. But when it comes to entrepreneurship, oh, I'm not only looking for my brain work. I would like to see that that work will be applied and that sizable outcome in terms of very good will be provided. So my entrepreneurship is implementation. Entrepreneurship is implementation. And I look for innovation, it is more like brainstorming. More like a brainstorming. So I think I got this very clear. What will you can do for that innovation then? The innovation is like this. And these three things will help you for your entire life. I said this will help you for your entire life. You do not know what is the innovation that you can tell you. So don't really get this astonished. Look at what others have done in the past. So if they have done in the past, can I scale it to a high level today? That's innovation. That is the innovation. So if something has been done in the past, which would like to scale it today, that becomes the innovation. So anything which was available, scaled up today is the innovation. Great part. Today everyone is doing like that, only scaling up. It's not my original idea. It's not somebody's owning it. Somebody's idea and simply scaling it. But that scaling up job being done by me, it's my credit. It is my innovation. Okay, first part. Second part, mixing of other ideas. Mixing of other ideas. In the sense that I'll give a very good example of this. Very, very good example. I think I must have given it to you in my last interaction. We used to see that birds can fly. Birds can easily fly. Humans can walk easily. Am I correct? Oh. Can I make mixing of the idea? The mix of the idea here is that I am looking at can man fly? But it's a good idea, no? Brainstorming. So I'm looking for if birds can fly, human can walk. Can I make human to fly? A great brainstorm. Aeroplane got worked out like that only. Oh, great part, no? I am not making that innovation to come like this. Oh, I said that birds can fly and humans can walk. Am I correct? I am not saying the innovation is in that birds will walk. Am I correct? I am not having that innovation. I am having the innovation which says that. Oh, great part. So look at this. Humans can something which is, I say, the innovation. And we start looking at what way it could be made possible. Continue brainstorming. We'll never get a solution over a day. I'm not expecting you to get a solution. It takes enough time. But brains is now working on how to really combat on the problem and provide a solution. Again, I'm not looking for a solution which is a perfect solution. I'm looking for a solution which is acceptable solution. Am I correct? Great. The third one, adapting. Adapting. The adapting is like this. I know that a certain of the schemes, certain of those innovative ideas, they work well in a particular season. Something which is so good for any season will not work for summer season. Am I correct? Am I correct? Say for example, in a rainy season, you get a cap, you get an umbrella. But can I design a cap and umbrella for sunny season? Is it innovation? No? I'm saying it like this. So I know that I need a cap, I need umbrella for the rainy season. But can I take umbrella? Can I take a cap in sunny season? Can I modify it? Great innovation. Are you with me? I not only said, I also gave you two demonstrations of it. These are those examples which are only to instigate you, come forward, accept these are the innovations. You know about the stapler machine, correct? At the time of submission, you continue staple your all newspapers. Newspapers are enough in number, but my stapler has got a limited capacity for the stapler piece. Am I correct? You are stapling, you want to submit it at the earlier. And moment you are stapling, sometimes you get exhausted because there are no pins in the stapler machine. Oh, then you look for where the stapler pins and all, and that gives a mood off to you. Am I correct? Mood off to you. A school boy gave a solution to this. What? Take that stapler pigment and diagonally color it. Which means that as the pins come out of the machine, look into the diagonal part of the ink, he understands whether it is getting exhausted or it is enough. Good part. So early warning helps you to get yourself prepared. It is a patent product. It is a patented product by a school boy. Are you getting me? Simple idea? Very simple idea. Second idea. You all use the matchbox. Of course, today matchbox, I don't know whether it's so popularly used, but looking for the matchbox. So you have a matchbox, so there is a firing part which I said is that fire glue is applied only on one of the sides. Am I correct? No? Fire glue. So once you put that, fire takes place. And once that fire is igniting other, let's say for your gas cylinder or something like that, the moment it gets fire, you extinguish it and throw it away. Which means that it is only for a fraction of a minute you clear the fire and after that you extinguish it and throw it away. Am I correct? You can release it. A fellow said, oh, at least for this, I'll not create a good, perfect solution. I'll create a fire glue on two of the sides of the stick. Good idea? So once you fire it, extinguish it and put back in the matchbox. So that second side of the stick you use. Great idea. This is also patented. And that is that these being so patented, these are not easily available in patent. Why patented? Moment the patents are registered, unless somebody, in order to make a commercial development, pays a patent fee for this, he cannot use it. These are simple ideas. No? You can use it, but you cannot commercialize it because this is patented. Are you with me? Yes. Great. But this is a simple idea. No? I am instigating you. Today onwards, before you sleep or while you dream, think of such innovations. And definitely that part will come automatically. And I am here to you next. Today, you being from CSE IT, I want you to create the innovations. And that innovation is in terms of embedding intelligence in whatever you see. Embed intelligence in the innovation. Okay? This is what I said that old technology and another new technology mixed up. Okay? So anything that you have seen, embed into some kind of machine learning, embed into some AI, embed into something which we say is intelligent, that becomes innovation. that becomes innovation. There are many things in front of you. I will not take much on this because you are expert more than me. You have experienced it and you will definitely work out which are those gadgets where you put in intelligence and make it innovative. Make a list of this today. Make a list of this. Then we look for. Say for example, this blockchain application, IoT integration. I do not know much of this blockchain. I do not know much of this IoT at the first year. But having understood these buzzwords, today I am simply understanding the buzzword. And this buzzword should naturally make me to go understand what is deep inside into it. I think that is also a kind of that brainstorming which needs to be undertaken today only so that before anybody makes a lead in innovation, I become the leader in it. Today, competitive health makes you who is the leader? The one who comes first is the leader. Am I correct? So you don't want your opponent to come fast. You want to be fast. So start working on it today. And this is only a brainstorming. Am I clear to you? I think these are the great things. Next. Please understand that unless your work is considered sizable, unless it is recognized by the end user as an important, you will not get importance. So you have to do some kind of that skilling, some part of that solution such that it pleases, it gives a satisfaction to its end user. Who are your end user? You decide. But to what that matter, you have everything as a problem-based learning for calculating the problem, and slowly, as you come to second year, third year, or for the final year, you get the skills, you get the knowledge, and you get also the ideas how to implement it. And naturally, that will give you, by the end, you come to the fourth year to create a prototype of what you have done. Same prototyping today is better than the project one. So make a note today that while I come to the fourth year, I'll not only create a project, I'll make a prototype which can be commercialized tomorrow. And for that matter, today you get entire inputs, including financial. So it is not only a project, it must be a prototype which can be easily converted to a commercial product tomorrow. Okay? Next. These are what I say are the skills which can demonstrate for you to get hired at a training and placement, or these are more like these are your own ideas and you have to get credits of it. It becomes a good skill for you for developing your entrepreneurial skills because they are your own ideas, and you don't want to give credit of cultivating this idea that you are into someone. So it becomes your entrepreneurial skill. So this is the beginning of that part of it. So I would like to really make you to go for starting your own startup while you are graduating. Maybe you are in the first year, you can start startup. For the final year, definitely you can make a group. So my ambition is you need to take out of 100 students, let's say, at least 4 to 5 to look in a extraordinary way and not going after getting a job, but to provide a job, you will emerge as an entrepreneur. And that will happen while you are graduating is my submission to all of you. Clear? So it needs all the time that for whatever you do, to get a good recognition of what you have done, it needs to be presented in a convincing manner to the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? End user, your competitor, your financier, whoever you find that who is apart from you on the opposite side is your stakeholder. So please see to it that all what you do is accepted by him. You need to present in a convincing manner in front of him. Presentation must be convincing. Presentations must be convincing. Go ahead. It must be more of interest than already I said. So exploration. Brainstorming is actually first part of problem based learning. Explore. Slowly, as I understand the skills, slowly, I understand more of the technical knowledge of it, I try to make a prototype bigger so that the problem based learning gets converted to project based learning. So started with the problem based learning, it is converted to project based learning. Are you with me? Because the project part of it, my organization needs to be taken up for its implementation. That's the purpose of it. So in that situation, we are all lucky today that all of you different hackathons are going on. How many of you really actively participated in the hackathons in the last 4 year, 2 year? Can you raise your hand? How many of you actively participated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, only 14, 14 out of 100. Not correct. No? In hackathons, you are not participating in not make a mission. You will actively participate in the hackathons. Wherever they get held, you will actively participate, should be your mission. You did not get a victory. You did not get a good success. You did not get any credit into it. But you get an experience of what that hackathon is. I have a request. At the institute level, we will hold at least 2 hackathons yearly. You might be doing. Make at least 2 hackathons yearly at the institute. And if department are really very enthusiastic, department under the institute can have their own hackathons, maybe monthly. So what are hackathons? The hackathons will simply tell you that these are the problems. I do not know how to solve it. Problem solver, I think you are the problem solver. So this is a problem, not a problem is formulated. Only the domain area is given to you and it's for you to work out a solution to it on your own. Great part. My submission to you. My submission to all of you. Please do henceforth that instead of selecting any problem for solution, of course you can do it anytime. But to get an easy and a fast credit to whatever you do, my submission, my recommendation to you that please look at what are those thrust areas in the hackathons in the previous years. What are the thrust areas for the current year in the national initiative? I think these are the great 2 inputs to you. Make a note. What are the hackathon ideas over the last few years? In fact, I want a coordinator among you, and that coordinator will look at what were those ideas which were presented over the last 10 years in the hackathon. 2013, we started first hackathon. Are you with me? It's more than 10 years. And everywhere there are multiple those hackathons. At least have a bunch of those ideas with you. You are not developing any idea, but these are the ideas successfully completed over the last hackathons. So create a list of that hackathon. Why? As I just indicated, what is the new innovation? You look to the old for scaling it. Great part. So you don't have an idea. Look at the idea and let's scale it to that. That's enough. Great innovation. Am I clear to you? Fantastic. This is where your innovation begins. Are you with me? Yes. Look at another. Instead of looking for all the topics of the previous year, look at what are the topics indicated in the current year in the national portal. We have SIH, Smart India Academy. There are many such or in which you will find out what are the current interest areas. Most of the current interest areas are SDG. SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable Development Goals. There you will find a great opportunity for you to become a good entrepreneur tomorrow. What is that? Renewable energy. Using available resources optimally, energy resources. Third, making the world around you more intelligent. I mean the artificial intelligence. That's the buzzword today. Fourth, whatever you see today in a competitive market, bring down its cost so that it becomes more affordable. More affordable. While you do it so, please keep in mind that you concern with environment, green technology. That's a great part. Green technology. I'm giving these are those immediate acceptable proposals. Another great part, carbon footprint. In the sense that wherever you find that there is a burning going up, ash will come out, CO2 will come out, they are more concerned with on that CO2 part of this. So if I am burning more and I am getting no much credit from that CO2, if you are doing something to preserve, not produce CO2, oh, you become one who is associated with me, and that's the reason that there is a new part that is coming in. And that is where we look for the maintaining the carbon footprint. Look at this as one of the innovative carbon footprint. I am going to give you a great idea today here only. If you are going to any village, I learned that you have adopted few villages nearby and you are going to upkeep, maintain them. Am I correct? Please go deep into it for the reason that they are the people who are more concerned with CO2 carbon credit. They might not be knowing these buzzwords. And supposing you are really focusing more on those carbon footprint, go to an industry, big industry, who is burning so much of a coal, so much of that. You want to live, right? To counteract whatever you are doing, I have a great work over here, which preserves the nature in environmental friendly activities being carried out by me. Can you support me? Can you support me? These big industries, they cannot do something on this because only with burning energy they are sustaining. No? So if you are making something nature friendly activity, so they get attracted to you. And the reason why I say so that they could divert their funds to you. This is called the CSR, corporate social. Please make a good note of this. CSR funds. So these are their reserves which they can divert to your activity. Of course, you need to have association for that matter. And this will come up not in terms of few tens of thousands. This will come to few tens of lakhs. Another coordinator, as I stated, create another coordinator sheet among you and look for which are those activities which are more environment friendly, which are going to make a complement to all those who are burning so much and creating CO2, high CO2. Am I clear? I think these are another great avenue that you can start here anytime. Anytime. Of course, these are where not that simply by saying so you get a great success. Success stories, not that you think it today and by rocket science you get a success tomorrow. It's not possible. Make a note again that out of 100 such proposals, hardly 3 to 4 proposals sustain them. Which means that more than 95 proposals are not sustaining their failures. Hardly 3 to 4% is success. But are you not looking for this one among the 3 to 4%? Why do you think that you are one among 95%? Look to it, one among the 3 to 4%. This is a beginning for you to attract the funds for your activities. Attract the funds. Attract them. And the funds are now available because the CSR are basically meant government ask them divert your funds for this kind of activities. They want who are doing this activity. If you pitch your activity to them, the funds will get diverted to you. This is not what I say, this is what I experienced and I got it. That's why I say that water is being put in front of me something which I experienced and I taken a good beneficiary of it in the past. I want you to also work on the beneficiaries in future. Am I clear? So along with success stories, we also have the failure stories. In each of this, you need to focus on the part which is, am I doing the business by dissing other? Our engineering profession is that profession which has got that specialty. I'm not saying about the engineering profession, but my engineering profession is that profession in which I will, you will is the only buzzword. I will, you will. I will not win by deceiving you, is what my engineering profession says. I will, you will. I'll make a profit, but for my profit, I'll give you enough of the returns to you because you get the business. So we looked at from the point of view of creating in this a balancing the profit with the responsibility. Balancing the profit with the responsibility. Great work. There are many funding pathways available. A small, like angel investor, we have a pointer. Yeah, give it to me. Slide change also I will come. Good part. So funding pathways, venture capital, government scheme. I am focusing today on the government schemes. I am focusing today only on the government scheme. Free to us, and we are part and parcel of encashing it. That's why I am focusing only on the government schemes today. Otherwise, you can go to any other corporate, you can go to someone who would be funding your activity. Through seed funding, you can start your activity also. But without funding, possibly your activities are stopped. Moment you get the funding, activities start flourishing. This is my suggestion. Your way of carrying out that innovation in engineering must be specific, it must be measurable, it must be attainable, relevant, and time, for which I use the word that this we call the SMART. SMART. So please see that you are not doing anything, you are doing something which is smart. Smart, specific, measurable, attainable, time, everything. All those what is written over there should be part and parcel of it. Then and then only your idea and you will sustain. These are the problems. I did not go into it because I am more on the part where how can you get benefited by the schemes. So I can skip part of this. But he said that the problems are all around. Integrate into it your entrepreneurial mindset, risk taking, resilience, and adaptability. You need to have risk taking ability. Risk taking ability is very much needed today. You must not get fear from your failures. Your failures are the beginning for a great success. What you don't do, not that they are simply written up over here, they must be also imbibed by you. So when I say that you are going for a problem based, it must be outcome oriented. You are not simply chit-chatting. And for that matter, make another great note. I appeal to many of the higher authorities of your institute. In front of them, I'm putting it to you. Please see to it that if you want to get credit for your work, do not work in isolation. Do not work in isolation. Work in association. You need to have association of your teammates for which you will find time, maybe outside the college working hours, maybe on the vacation, maybe on the holiday. You stay back on the college campus or you stay back on the campus where you can get united and think on these activities, brainstorm on these activities, experiment on these activities. You cannot do this alone at home. This is my submission. This is my experience for the last 40 years. Your principal is one of the great beneficiaries of what I say to you. Be more on your campus. Be more on associations. You will get a great thing. Which you cannot do by thinking alone. You can do a miracle when you do this in associations. So have that part, make a great note in student and start working for this associations. We need to have that proper faith and the social impacting. So this is a balancing, but slowly we'll understand on this. So I'm here on two parts. One is the incubator and second is the accelerator. Incubation, where the idea is yet to take a good shape. Idea is yet to get a good shape. You get a mentoring from the experts. You get a seed funding from the financer. You get all the assurance for taking you forward. This is my incubation. Hope you noted it. Hope you noted it. There is assurance also given to you in the incubation. So you have a small idea. After pitching the idea convincingly, you get selected for seed funding. You get selected for mentoring. You get assurance for your sustainability for next 2 years. Oh, such a thing is my incubation. Such a thing is my incubation. Whereas when I look for the accelerator says it like this, that there is a company, there is a small startup going up, but it needs, because of some others in front of it, additional push. And for that matter, acceleration is called for. Either somebody is required to push you or somebody is required to pull you. So two of the things will come when we have already started up the activity and stop. Accelerator will come and help you like anything into it. Government, I will say. Not that anybody is government only. So incubation is entrepreneurship. Possibly you will say that, oh, I'll not be entrepreneur because I do not know the spelling of entrepreneur. I don't want to take a risk into it. Oh, you can become intrapreneur. In place of entrepreneur, intra. In the sense that a company is already running a business, you be a part of it or a small of the business. So small part of that business is organized by you. You become the entrepreneur, but not for the entire company. Very small. Small, you define what is that part of small. But at least that is something that you must look for. Someone of you who are having the family business. Are you getting me? Someone of you who are getting a family. They can think of growing their family business later on. And today they get entered into it, not as an entrepreneur, but a small section head. And they start working on it. Good idea, good idea. Hope you are getting how to get it. So these startup accelerators will also be funded by the government, but the only thing is that to attract the fund, I must go for certain TRLs. These are the TRL. TRL1, these are basically technology readiness levels. So basic principle of your technology concept formulated, proof of concept demonstrated. At least 1, 2, 3 parts are very easy for us in education. I bring to you for a kind notice. First three part, TRL 1, 2, 3, basic principle to that of theoretical proof of concept is very easy for us while we are studying. I want you to take a great credit. Going forward, for making a prototype development, market oriented operation, possibly these are not within your reach immediately. Unless you get yourself associated with those who are running the company outside or those who know about the business. But moment your institute or someone of you from your family allows you to go and get associated with that, today you can also move into this 4 to that of 9. But for that matter, 1 to 3 must be completed by you. Technology, readiness, levels. I hope this must be the kind of the buzzword which you are striving for all day and night till you find that your dream comes to success. This you can do easily, is my submission, while you are graduating. These are the seeds for you to become entrepreneur tomorrow. Okay? You are not under the accelerator, you are under the incubations. Okay? What to do? So people in other colleges, they have joined this sign. What is sign? Sign is the initiative by the IIT, wherein they attract you people, understanding your problem, understanding the solution you created, they fund you. IIT funds you, but it's not for the individual, it is for the group. So there are two things that I speak to you. I want your associations, groups, and those who are having that reachable idea to submit it to sign and see to it that they get appropriately selected for funding to you. Again, the funding to you is not in terms of 2,000, it is in terms of tens of lakhs. Few tens of lakhs is guaranteed. It is not in terms of few thousand. So this is where we look for the kind of that business model, we look for the team profile, and this funding list something specifically to be asked, what is that you are asking, what is that it will benefit, it must be a part of your pitch. But science is great because this has helped many of you. Then he come the wise women in science and engineering. In fact, this should not be misvalued. This is specifically for you. This is very specific. Make a note of this and search more into it. Women in science and engineering. Scheme name is Kiran, Department of Science and Technology. So this provides not only for the students of this science and technology, but the STEM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics, management, all that. Okay, so we look for this and you get a good funding for your ideas for the incubation. These are all available. Simply type in for this vice here. You get a portal. I want you to get registered today only by having associations. Association is invited. Okay? This is what I say. Whether whether you look this in a group or you look in individual. If you look in cohort, is a what I say the group, you get attracted immediately. If you work in isolation, you get deleted. So I want you to have a cohort, okay, which is a group. So in that situation, you get to know about what is the duration, structure, outcome, and at the end of this, while you are carrying out your graduation, you come to the level of this outcome. That's guaranteed. Great part, no? Great part. Should not miss it. Okay. So I think this is known to you at the education center. I'll skip this part for one part. But this is not basically for the individual, it is for the institutional or it is for the organizational. This is where the institute has created a setup and is asking for a push to the grant. So for this AIC is important. Startup India, in fact, this is all big buzzword, we all know about this. Startup India, Skill Up India. Startup India, Skill Up India. Individual, but more cohorts are more attracted into this scheme. So this eligibility criteria all written over here, but I come to the important part over here on the TBI, Technology Business Incubator. Sir, please allow them to get associated with the colleges where TBI is already set up. TBI is not for a particular college. TBI has been awarded to a particular college by the government in which you can go and associate. You did not wait for your institute to start TBI here. That is TBI, Technology Business Incubation. You did not wait for this. Wherever it is already set up, you go and join them. That's all. So they invite you. No money. No money asked for. I think you should not miss these opportunities. Then this is another great one. Nidhi. Employing first time entrepreneurs. I think you are the first time entrepreneurs. Please go to this Nidhi EIR. This is a national initiative. It starts with a stipend of 30,000. If you are unable to get internship, I bring to your kind notice. If internship gives you only 5,000, 10,000 rupees, forget about that. Enter into this, which is this Nidhi EIR. You get 30,000 stipend. Great part. Mentally provided to you. Job opportunity could possibly come to you. Job, formulation, problem formulation, marketing, everything comes to you. You should not miss it. This is my solution. Please make a good note. Of course, everything will be made available to you in the PPT later on. Then comes up this startup. As I stated that either it could be for the acceleration or for the incubation. In today's era, I think you are not in acceleration because you have not started a business, but you are in incubation. You look for the seed funding for your incubation. Great part. And what is the if you do not have TBI, technology, business, innovation at your college, wherever this is available, go and get associated. I want principal, I want the coordinator, I want all those members to see that you create a MOU between the college where already the TBI is there and you are looking for getting advantage of UCK. I think that is a great part. Okay. So these are different government schemes. I will not go through this because this is huge and this document is otherwise also available. I compile it. I have compiled it. And the compilation is saying like this, the government scheme, including MSME, who can apply, what are the eligibility, everything written over here. For one time I skip part of it. But one of this, which I believe is DSD and AICT. DSD and AICT. DSD, especially for the women, is very conducive to provide you funding. You should not miss the opportunity. Today, look for, in fact, for the March ending, you will not find any new proposal getting accepted, but new proposal get accepted from June onwards. June to December, new proposals are accepted. They get scrutinized, and by end of February, the funds are delivered. You should not miss it. I am saying it especially for the women. DSP will provide you great initiative which you should not miss. I do not know whether from university you get any seed funding. Sir, you get any seed funding from university? Seed funding?
Getting the mentorship from the university.
Seed funding. For the ideas where more on those outreach activities for where you got a good success, put this under that seed funding. Possibly it will go into tens of thousands, but that becomes the beginning. Beginning. I angel investor, you have to look for who are those angel investors with whom you get your ideas and his ideas aligned and he can fund you. So, advantage of having those startup while you are studying, advantage of having a startup while you are studying, like as I said, learning by doing, innovation freedom, network visibility, energy and disappetite. Today, at this age, you are not entered in the business, you are not asked for any money from somebody, there is no need for you to repay any money. I think the risk is very bigger. We are not into this much of the learning by doing because learning by doing is also mental. So all of what is written over here while you are studying for your graduation is all conditioned to you. You should not miss it. You should not miss it. High failure rate, I will not go into it because failure would be there. So we have to have a balanced approach. So we first start to look for gaining expertise and then build a team. Building the team naturally is important. However, my recommendation to you while you are in a graduation, create your partnership over here. But after you break, after you venture into the entrepreneur, become your own owner of the entire. You will not have any partnership unless it is so desired. Partnership should not bring you any kind of a conflict later on. Partnership should be a temporary to make each one of you to go forward. But the moment you go forward, there is no need of having that partnership. You may continue, otherwise also. So this I believe is also you have. And here my submission. You will get associated with your alumni. Another coordinator from you. He or she will continuously interact with the alumni seniors. You need to invite your seniors often to your college. If they are unable to come to your physical mode, call them in a remote mode, online mode. But you need to be more interacting with them. They are the one who will provide you enough of that thought process which will make you to get better out of their experience. You should not miss it, is my suggestion. Okay, another great one, NASCOM. I said it to the Accelerator in the morning. Today you will go to this side. The NASCOM is the one which is basically on the software and service companies. They can help you bring CSR funds as I said earlier. What is more important to you is you will open up this site today and each one of you will register here today only. Today only you will register. Individual registration which will benefit you on understanding the benefits of joining NASCOM. Okay. You should not miss it. Do it today only. And you are smart enough to understand from this many of the benefits that come to you out of this. Thanks for watching. Of course, these are where this NASCOM has indicated great benefits in the past. This could be also similarly obtained by you, is what NASCOM has indicated here. Okay. This also. DSC already I said, I will not go into this. MSME, make a good buzzword of this MSME located. MSME provides you, though when you have already started your business, it needs eligibility that you must have your business, a small business. You must be having ownership of the business. Your business must be registered. Or these are the eligibilities. Any idea, you register as a whole proprietor. Are you getting me? You are not looking for anybody to give the approval for your business. You start up your business, it is not yet glorified, but you started it must be registered and it must be notified here because this is the eligibility here. So MSME will provide you, provided you have your business. IIC already you have over here. And what I said is like this. Many of the faculty members from your institute visited R.I.T. And all that what I said to you is implemented there. Is all implemented there. This is what I said, Netra R.I.T. Foundation. What it is doing? It is extracting tens of crores from the government. Tens of crores from the government. Only for the incubation innovation activity. And what are the outcomes of this? The outcomes are many, but I'll give third one is rolling support. You know, Kulkarni got only 2 colors, no? So you give a rolling support, a third support. It becomes convenient and it becomes faster. Great innovation. This is the name of R.I.T. Automatic word making machine, poultry egg machine. These are all there in front of you. You could also be one who could extend this idea further, get your credit. Okay, so I'll skip this part also. I'll go further. CSR already okay. I'll leave. So these are where the hackathons, the AIM, NASCOM, DZ, these will provide you enough of the funds. Only thing is that you need to come forward to receive the funds. So my summation for is like this: there are many givers. I think you need to take it. My suggestion here is that you need to take it because all these facilities were on the online registration. You get every information. At least applying and getting registered is not a difficult to you. You must start it today. Is my suggestion. Am I clear? Okay. So slowly going forward, this MCA again I skip this part for one more time. But in individual corporate affairs, they say that your small business, whichever you say, if needs some funding, MC will come forward and will fund it. This comes provided you are yet to become a great entrepreneur. Please understand a major role. All the funding is not made available to already well furnishing entrepreneurs. They are only for the startup. So if you are a good businessman, they will not provide you any funding. But you are yet to start in a good flourishing way, they will provide you. I think you should not miss it. Okay. So I'll look for this. Okay. Only that I'll put over here in a couple of minutes that the process of getting that funding must be written. In the sense that nobody asks you to give back the money, but you must sustain with the funding given to you by the government must be showcased. So your profit making, your sustainability, there are certain metrics by which you give back the report to the government saying that you sustain this and this is where you come up later on for market expansion, you come up for employee growth retention. These are some of the success parameters which you need to showcase after you become a full entrepreneur. Okay? Good thought. So I'll stop over here and I'll say it like this that this thing, everything which I skipped for many of the reasons that this will make you to understand and make you to apply immediately is my solution. That's why all those whatever I said for last 1.5 hours is for your benefit. I want you to ask me few questions. I know that you are all ready to go back to your home because your transport bus is waiting for you. But if this scenario continues, you will never get a college campus, and when you are not on the college campus, you will not grow. Think of how to break the barrier. Any suggestions? Your one question is already answered. In a couple of minutes, will be review. Question meant to see that you get off and another couple of minutes. But for the couple of minutes, ask me few questions. No energy for asking questions. Exhausted. Something must be there, no? Okay. I believe that there may be questions lingering in your mind will be put to me later on. My email, my other contacts are all there over here. And I expect that you to disturb me so that I can come back to you, give some solution to it. I might not come in physical mode, I might be available to the online mode. But we can also hold such online session and we'll try to see to that these difficulties are overcome appropriately. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
How was the session? Great. But at the last, you were supposed to ask the question. You don't have any doubts, difficulties, as you are the IIC club members. And you assume that you are continuously working on the ideas. You are searching the problems. And you are supposed to provide a solution. And those problems should be societal problems. Society is facing the problem. And there, how your technology works. How your technology provide a solution to make the society's life very comfortable. Wherever difficulties are there, our time consuming is there. So there, how we can provide the technology. So that way you have to keep on thinking. And out of 1700 students, you 100 students or 150 students, we selected that your brain, you are continuously thinking, you are seeing the dream of how to make the use of our technology for the beneficial of society. And that's why in hackathon, smart India hackathon, so they are continuously at the national level, the smart India hackathon is this competition is organized. Because in the society, in the country, many problems are there. Just first year, that is 2030 problems or whatever problems are there. So those problems you can analyze. Even there is a solution. Even that problem, that solution is solving some problems. So there again, how we can extend that solution to some to solve some other problems. So that way, it is research. Earlier searching or the invention is completed, but that invention you can make utilization of solving the further problems. Okay. So because first session was very what we can call expertise or not just informative, but from his experience, 40 years experience, whatever he learned, he experienced, that sir has shared, and that's why it is a with the real life examples. Just like said, sir, just for 10, 5 to 10 minutes I will attend and from the morning because the IQC meeting was there and in the office even the single bed I have not explained that place. So I will go to office and do the remaining work. But when it started sir session and I myself I attended here for 1 hour more than 1 hour session. And sir's session I am not attending today. Sir is my guru. Earlier I told also that is sir was my HOD at Vasanpalayam in Sangli. And sir's some sentence still I remember. So sir was teaching me the AI subject, artificial neural network. And sir always, because there many equations were there. And sir used to say, see the beauty of equation. See the glory of equation. Means sir, how he involved in preparing the subject. You see, otherwise nowadays faculty, lecture efforts काय तर बोलून जावं म्हणतात ना, आजचं पॉइंट एवढं शिकवाय. सर कधी सिलेबस फक्त शिकवले नाही. त्या पॉइंट किंवा तो जो इक्वेशन किंवा काय असेल त्याच्या रिलेटेड जे काय थीम कन्सेप्ट विद्यार्थ्यांना सांगितलं पाहिजे ते पूर्ण सर इन्व्हॉल्व शिकवलं. आणि आजच्या लेक्चर मधून तुम्ही सुद्धा अनुभव असेल. म्हणजे सरांचं सिनियर लेक्चर असताना सुद्धा असं जितकं मन लावून किंवा ओतून होतं ना आपण एवढं शिकवत असतात. पण त्याचं बेनिफिट तुम्ही करून घ्यायला पाहिजे. तर आणि अरेंज केलेलं लेक्चर it is a fruitful we can say. Okay. So with this, on behalf of you and our college, I express my sincere thanks to Dr. P.J. Kulkarni sir for accepting our invitation and delivering such a nice lecture for you. And definitely, I will assure sir on behalf of you that our students will make the utilization of this lecture and in the next session they will come many ideas. They will come with many ideas with solution or with the technology whatever you are learning. With this, thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
On behalf of the institution, I extend our heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Dr. P.J. Kulkarni, for his invaluable guidance on innovation. We also thank our principal and IIC president, Dr. T.H. Savar, IIC convener and HOD of EC, Dr. Madhavi Patil, and the IIC team for organizing this impactful event. Most importantly, thank you to the faculty and students for your enthusiastic participation. May the insights shared today inspire us all to transform our ideas